So you're thinking about moving to Viera West, Florida. Today, I am driving through Viera West, so I figured let's take you along with me to go check out what the neighborhoods are like. I can talk about the neighborhoods. You can get a feel for what encompasses Viera West. So right now I am in a neighborhood called Sonoma. This is the northern part of West Viera. If you're new to West Viera, all of Viera itself is a master plan community, and it was built up by the Duda family that owns Viera Builders. Some of the neighborhoods were custom built. Some of them were built by regional builders, but up until today, that's going to be towards the end, the new construction, that is going to be built by solely Viera Builders. There's going to be 55 plus built by Pulte. There's going to be custom builders still, but for the most part, it's built by Viera Builders. So just north of me to the right, where I'm leaving the community of Sonoma, is a community called Adelaide. It is a gated community. It's the most high-priced homes in the area. It's on a natural lake called Lake Adelaide. Beautiful homes. Planning on making a video there in the next couple of weeks. So now I'm going to be going into the villages of North Salerno, which is also North Sonoma. These homes are early 2000s to mid 2000s. Now all of these neighborhoods are gated, so I don't have the codes to all of them. So we're just gonna drive by right now. You're gonna notice in the background that the trees are a lot more mature over here. And then as we get more south, you're going to notice that they're newer because it's still new construction. Some of these homes were built by custom builders, Lifestyle Homes, Joel Homes, really great custom local builders, but really beautiful homes. A lot of these homes have barrel tile roofs, more Spanish style looking, and then that's been phased out. There's a couple neighborhoods down, more newer ones with the barrel tile, but a lot of the neighborhoods now are just asphalt shingle roof. But this is a great area to live. So anywhere you live in Viera West, you can hop on a golf cart, and there are sidewalks that will fit a golf cart and someone walking. And any of the main roads have that, so that the golf carts don't need to be on the main road. So anything over 35 miles per hour where you will be on the sidewalks for the golf carts, and then anything less than that. So if you're driving through your neighborhood, you'll be on the street for that. But it's really cool because your kids, when they turn 16, can drive themselves to school in the golf cart. But we might see the moms driving their kids to elementaries. We might catch a little bit of that on our drive here in a little bit. But this is the villages of North Salerno. It connects over to the ones that were built, the neighborhoods that were built about 2-3 years ago. It's like kind of the neighborhoods where it belongs to the Addison Village Club. So we're going to get through that. We're going to get over that in a little bit. Over to the right here, there's an amenity center for the North Salerno neighborhoods. So you got pool, tennis courts, basketball courts, just a bunch of stuff. And like I said, most of these neighborhoods over here are gated. Gated communities phased out a little bit in the newer neighborhoods, but there are a couple that are still gated. And Viera has hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands possibly, I forget, of walking trails. So you can walk all around here, which is really something really great about this area for sure. And so right now we're in North Salerno, we're over by Adelaide, we're over by Sonoma neighborhood. You're going to be about 25 minutes from the beach right now, but as we get more south Viera, you are going to be 15 minutes away, which is really great. If you want to be closer to the beach, then you want to be more south of here. Okay, so right now we're getting more into the center of Viera very soon. So to the right over here are townhomes. They're connected homes. They do have another area where they have what's called half duplexes or quadplexes, but to the right over here are the stadium villas, and then there is a shopping area over here. So there's Publix, there's Starbucks, there's banks, there's Fantastic Sam's, a nail salon. So kind of like your anchor stores over there. So you got 2 Publixes, you got a Costco, which might end up passing by, I'm not sure. There is a Costco here, and it's more on the south end of this Viera West area. And then they're also getting a Whole Foods that's over in the middle of Viera. It hasn't been built yet, but it is in the works. There's a new restaurant over here called Margarita Island. They have amazing food. They started off in Merritt Island, one of my favorite Mexican restaurants. Absolutely have to try that when you come visit. And then you've got a bunch of fast food restaurants, banks over to the right here. So everything you need. If we were to take a left right now, you would hit a Wawa gas station, a Chick-fil-A, and then you would take a right into what's called the Avenue. So the Avenue is an outdoor mall here in Viera. There's actually a Nordstrom Rack coming, which I'm really excited about. There's a few more retail stores I'll list on the screen right here that are coming into the area, but it has really nice local restaurants, more chain restaurants too, coffee shops. You got Panera, you got a movie theater, there's a trampoline park for kids. I think that's going to be really great. So just lots of things to do. And like I said, you can get on a golf cart and go check that out. You can go drive there from anywhere you live over here. All right, so to the right over here, you've got a gas station, you got Space Coast Credit Union. If you're buying any new construction in the area, they have amazing products for loan products. So I've got a military loan that's close to VA, but has more benefits where they'll pay your closing costs. There's conventional where they'll also pay your closing costs and give you a really good rate. A lot of us are always like, we don't know how they make any money. So I always give people about 3 different lenders when they're buying new construction over here, and they're definitely on the list to check out. And I would say about 75% of my clients who purchase new construction end up going with Space Coast Credit Union. Okay, to the right over here, we're passing by the USSA baseball, softball complex. Every week they have tournaments here, really cool parks. I've been to a country concert here before, just like a local one that Brevard County hosted, but it was a really awesome venue. And now we're hitting the school zone. So right now we're going to be passing by the brand new middle school to the left, and it's brand new. They used to send the kids off to either the middle school in Rockledge or the middle school at Satellite Beach, and now finally they have one. So right there is a car wash, so you can get your car wash after you drop off your kids. And then right next to the middle school is the high school. I've never seen anything like it before. I would have absolutely adored living somewhere where I could drive my golf cart to school every day. So there's just a huge lot of golf carts for all the kids, and maybe even teachers if they live here too. To the right, you've got a preschool, you got the Viera Charter School. So there's lots of options here. Something really great about Viera that draws a lot of people to the area is that it has all A-rated schools, but there's also charter schools, private schools too. There's a Montessori school that is more south of here. To the left is a courthouse. So, if you got to pay a parking ticket or get married, that's where you can do it. And then to the right over here, just some businesses. To the left, further down, there's a lot of apartment complexes. Those are really nice apartments. I've heard good things about them. Bad things too. There's always something bad to say about any apartment complex, but they're really nice and they're newer. Okay, to the right here is the Duran Golf Club. So you can join a social club. So you can meet people. You don't have to necessarily golf, but if you do golf, it's a really awesome golf course. There's people out right now. And there's also a brand new community back of it called Modern Duran, and those are more modern homes, and you can build them custom. They start about $1 million. To the left here, we have what's called a Rivas Village. Right now, Viera Builders is building almost pretty much the same floor plans, but in Reeling Park. So you can get a brand new version of these for almost the same price that they sell for, down more. But nonetheless, the Rivas Village and Reeling Park are what are called courtyard houses. They're all 2-story houses, but you don't share any walls with anyone, and you get a courtyard in between. And the other house doesn't have any windows that look into your courtyards. You have a lot of privacy. I have a lot of clients actually like it where they're retiring. They have a smaller version, and then they also have these really big houses in there that are about 3,000 square feet. I've had some large families actually really love it too because it's across from the amenity center. It's more, puts them in the area. The alternative to that size would be LaRasia, which is about $200,000 more. Really cool neighborhood, very kind of California or European look to that neighborhood, and it's really cool. But then you also have your traditional style homes too. So to the right here is Church FE area. It's a non-denominational church. It's really lovely. There's all different types of churches in Viera, discount on the land. The Duda family is very religious, and so they loved the idea of having all different types of churches in the areas. I have heard that they get a discount on land. So there's dozens of different types of churches. There's a Jewish synagogue here. There is a Catholic church. There's a non-denominational. There's something for everyone. To the right here, we have Loren Cove, which have duplexes and quadplexes. And then to the left, we have a Publix, banks, pizza place, nail salons, all right in the center of Viera, which is really nice. that just opened in the past year. But right now we're passing Ridley Park, which I had mentioned is those courtyard homes, and they're right next to that Publix and restaurants. So a lot of people love that they can go walk or ride their bike or get in the golf cart and go right over there. So right here we are passing Addison Village Club. So that is an amenity center for a lot of the neighborhoods that we're passing by right here. So it's an amenity center for Reeling Park, for Avalonia, which are those half duplexes, quadplexes again, for Sandierno Cove, for Trasona Cove, for all the neighborhoods back of it. It's a really cool amenity center. I'll make sure that we have some drone footage of it. You've got zero pools, you've got lap pools. Inside there is a little studio where you can take yoga or little dance classes. The only negative thing I ever hear about that amenity center is the pool's not heated. So in the wintertime, it's not really useful to many, but the summertime it can get pretty popular. Right here, they just built some luxury apartments. And then to the left over here, we actually have what is called Bridgewater, which is built by Lennar, and it is a 55+ community. It's already built, so you'd have to buy resale there, but there's a 55+ community to the left right here. And then right now we are entering the newer area of Viera West, where they're building today. And right now I'm crossing over on Pineda, and that is one of the main roads that runs through Brevard County, takes you all the way to Patrick Space Force Base, the beach, and that was extended over here recently in the past year and a half-ish. Right here is the Goddard School, which is that Montessori school. I've heard really great things about that. To the right here is Fairlawn Fields, which is going to be similar to another neighborhood called Pangea, but different exterior look, but popular. To the left is the Landings, which is actually being built by, I can't remember what company, but they're supposed to be executive rentals. So rentals that are for like short-term work stations and so forth. So to the right here is Del Webb at Viera. So that is built by Pulte Homes, and I just sold a home here a couple weeks ago. They absolutely love it. Really cool amenity center going in there. So if you're looking for a 55+ neighborhood, definitely reach out so I can bring you there and show you. And then to the left over here is Cross Malina. This neighborhood went super fast. I have about 6 or 7 people building a home in this community. They haven't closed yet, but coming soon, probably midsummer. These are really nice homes, and there's lots of homes that run water. So I can't wait to see what this is going to look like when there's one home finished but not closed yet. So I finally got to see what it looks like, and it looks really good. I'm really excited. And then in the back here is LaRasia, which is the highest priced homes that Viera makes. It's a larger home. It's more upgraded. So we're gonna go through here to cut through some of the newer neighborhoods. Just sold a couple homes here recently, and they absolutely love it. So it's gonna be gated. It's not currently closed, but there are gates here because they're working on it. But eventually when they finished with the neighborhood, it will be closed. So real quick, as I drive you through LaRasia, if you're new here, my name is Rachel Langley. I'm a real estate agent here in Viera and the Space Coast. I help clients purchase both resale and new construction in the area. In the past couple of weeks, I have had people call me after visiting Viera Builders. Just know, please call me prior so I can take you. I totally understand if you're just passing by, you don't know if you like it, but just make sure you give them my information or call me so I can call them and set you up with my preferred sales rep, because if you do it afterwards, they won't let me represent you. So just make sure it's called registration. Let me know when you're coming to visit so that we can make sure you're covered if you do decide to purchase here. Because like I said, I just had a new client call me. They're like, we're ready to go. We saw your videos beforehand, but we just wanted to see it. We really like you, and we know you know what we need to do, so can you please help us? And I told them, once you give them your information and don't tie yourself to me, then unfortunately I can't register you in the future. So just make sure you reach out beforehand or give them my information. But that's only for new construction. If it's resale, just give me a call, text me, email me. My information is on the screen right here because I got your back when it comes to moving to Viera. Yeah, so these homes are really nice. So they have 65 wide lots and 75 wide lots. The 65s actually have the barrel tile roofs and have more options for full 3-size garages, whereas the 75 lots have a lot larger homes and some of them don't have full size 3. They also come with asphalt shingles, but nonetheless, all of the floor plans are absolutely beautiful. It just depends on your style and what fits you and your family. All right, so right now I just turned back on Pineda. We're passing by LaRasia and also on the left side, Bridgewater, which was that 55 plus community built like by Lennar. That also has a really cool amenity center. A lot of people will compare Bridgewater to Del Webb, and I think Del Webb can be a little bit more expensive. The amenity center has not built yet, so you can't use it right now. Both of them have their pluses and cons. So if that's something you're interested in, just give me a call so we can go over all of that. Right now, I am passing by Pangea Park. That is one of my favorite neighborhoods. Unfortunately, they're pretty much finished except for what's called the half duplex. So they do have some half duplexes. Those half duplexes are people either starting out, downsizing, retiring. They're like a condo where they cover the roof, the paint, the exterior insurance. You just have to pay for the interior insurance, but there is a higher HOA fee because it's like a condo. So I'm going to be taking a left right here. We're going to be going over some of the neighborhoods back here, but to the right here is a Space Coast Credit Union. There is a Costco. So right now we are passing by kind of open land. This is where the next neighborhoods are going to go. I don't know what's going to go here. I think to the right here is actually going to be commercial. So we talked about putting in a gas station and maybe like a coffee shop over to the right. And then to the left, there's some open space for another neighborhood by Viera Builders. So there's a lot of land over here that's going to be in the next couple of years, some sort of neighborhood. All right, to the right here, we're pulling up to, we're going to be passing by what's called Arapika. Really beautiful neighborhood. It used to be, the Dudas are what owned all the land here. They also owned Viera Builders. It used to be their hunting grounds. So they wanted to preserve just trees as possible and make it that same feel. So you've got, the prices here start at about 1.2 million. They're custom homes, so they're built custom builders. I can help connect you with any of those builders if you're interested in a place like that. The only caveat with that neighborhood is it takes about 1.5 to 2 years to build those homes. So that's the downside that I find, that a lot of clients looking at both Adelaide, which is that really high-end product, this is a second higher end, that they don't want to wait. So there's some sales that can come up, but if not, you got to build it. But it's completely custom, and they also do have to work around certain trees. So you do have some cool layouts in there. You've got a lot of retaining walls instead on the home, but they build it out of flood zone. You're still okay with that. And then to the right here is one of my favorite neighborhoods in Viera that was built in like the mid 2000s, like 2015, 2016, and it's called Strong Park. I've sold a few houses in this neighborhood, and every time I sell and I'm driving in the neighborhood after school, there's just families out. It just seems like a really close-knit community. I think you'll get that anywhere in Viera, but it's one of my favorites because of that, and I do like that style. It's not as modern as some of the other floor plans that are being built today, but they did build those homes really beautifully. Really cool area too. Across the street is an elementary school, and then as you go down further in the center, you hit Reeling Park. So just to give you some reference, we're doing a circle right now. And to the left over here are apartment buildings. To the right is one of the first neighborhoods. It's called Wickham Lakes. They have some really beautiful, it's a beautiful neighborhood. So something to consider, even though they're a little bit older. So a lot of people, when they're looking at Viera West, they want newer because it's newer. But so right now I'm just going through the roundabout, and I'm going to cut us through the avenues. Right now I am on Wickham Road, which is a main road in Melbourne. It can be pretty busy, but off this Wickham Road, there is a Super Target. There is the Brevard Zoo, which is really nice. Definitely if you're visiting, checking out the area, you gotta go to the Brevard Zoo. It's a great zoo. And then to the left over here, you've got a Walmart, Ross, you've got a Starbucks gas station, you've got a Hobby Lobby, so lots of stuff over here. And then to the left, I'm looking at it right now, if you decide to build with Viera Builders, the design studios over here. So right now I'm just driving you through this commercial area right here with the Walmart and Hobby Lobby to the right, just lots of stores. So everything you need over here. And then we're gonna cut through and drive by the avenues, so you can see that. Okay, so now we're in back of the avenues over here. So in back of there is where that Topgolf is gonna go. There's also a Lexus dealership, Jaguar, Range Rover, Acura. I think there's another dealership back there too. So you need to buy a new car. There's something back there. Okay, so right now we are passing by the avenues. So just some stores I can see. PetSmart, Five Below, Ulta, you know, the makeup, Subway. There is TJ Maxx and Home Goods. It's always packed in there. Sometimes you gotta go at different hours, like random hours, not during busy time because you'll get stuck in a line because everyone loves TJ Maxx here. You got Total Wine, Spirits and so liquor store, Mattress Firm, Chipotle. There's a pizza place a little bit further back called Blaze Pizza, and it's great for like when you're trying to get lunch, and they have a pick too where you get like a half salad and a half pizza and you can make your own. So one of my favorite places to go for lunch over here. So just, it's like there's a Longhorn Steakhouse right here. There is some of the local restaurants over here. There's 28 North Gastropub, which is a really nice restaurant, locally owned chef, really great food. To the left over here, there is a couple of hotels. When people are asking where they should stay when they come to visit the area, I'll usually recommend these hotels because then you can go walk to the avenues and at night, and it's really nice. To the left over here too is a newer restaurant deeper into the neighborhood. It's called Urban Prime. It's also a market, so you know, if you live close by, it's nice you can go pick up some food to either cook or that's already prepared. Also great bar, great food, so one of my favorites to stop by for lunch or dinner. So just such a well-rounded area. They truly, it's in the top 10 master plan communities in the United States, and that's a big accomplishment. They just really thought this out and have really great mix of commercial, residential, and then adding the golf cart aspect. It's really great. It's a really cool community. Everyone that I know, every client that I've helped move here absolutely love it. The kids love it. So it's definitely somewhere to check out. Right now we're passing by the Viera Regional Park, and there's a bunch of people at the tennis courts right now. There's soccer fields, all the sports fields you can think of over here. Tons of parks, tons of walking trails, just opportunity to get out, especially if you're coming from somewhere where you're used to being stuck inside during the winter. It's just life-changing. Most of the people that I've helped move here are from those colder climates, so they just love it. So if you're thinking about moving to Viera, whether you're thinking about purchasing resale or you're thinking about buying a new construction home, make sure you reach out to me beforehand, before you come visit. Just let me know so I can get you all set up and we can go over what neighborhoods I think would be perfect for you, and or maybe Viera might not work for you. We can go over some other areas in the Space Coast that might work better. So thank you so much for watching. My contact information's on the screen here. Make sure to hit the subscribe button if you like this content so YouTube knows to send you notifications when I post new videos every week. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Rachel Langley, and I'll see you on the next one.